Oil prices continue to recover after a recent fall. The Russian ruble depreciates against the US dollar despite rising oil prices and positive background. Still, analysts expect the ruble to climb higher amid increasing currency interventions by the Bank of Russia. Today, the markets opened with moderately positive sentiment, which continued from yesterday's session. Investors are currently downplaying the risks of the coronavirus infection and prefer to focus on good news. The data on PMI services from the US and Europe triggered more buy positions on oil. In addition, trader sentiment is supported by the ongoing negotiations on a new coronavirus relief package in the US. Although the parties still have not reached an agreement, the attempts to find a compromise are seen as a positive sign by the markets. What's more, the news that Donald Trump had been discharged from hospital has also encouraged investors worldwide. The US president returned to the White House after being treated for the COVID-19 infection. Such a background helped crude prices to rebound from the previous lows reached last week. Brent oil futures with the nearest expiration added 0.5% in the day session to trade at $41.50 per barrel. Later in the day, Brent extended its gains. Likewise, the North American grade displayed positive dynamics, having settled at $39.70 per barrel. Another factor to lift oil quotes was the report about a new tropical storm Delta that may soon develop into a hurricane. In addition, the strike of oil workers in Norway is expanding. However, all these events serve as short-term support for the oil market, so the prices are very likely to return to previous range of $38–40 per barrel. Later on Tuesday, investors will focus on crude inventories data from the API. Amid the lack of important fundamental factors, markets may shift their attention to the announcement from the ECB and Fed's officials. In the morning trade, the ruble made several attempts to strengthen against its major rivals, yet the bulls struggled to push the ruble higher even amid positive dynamics in the oil market. Currently, the dollar-ruble pair is staying in the green zone near the mark of 78 rubles per dollar. Notably, the ruble ignored yesterday's rise in oil quotes and the overall weakening of the US dollar. On Tuesday, however, it may well regain its ground. If so, the short positions on the US dollar will increase and the dollar-ruble pair will retreat to the area of 77.50. In general, the ruble is unlikely to move considerably higher in the course of the day, and the greenback will probably stay in the upper boundary of the range between 75 and 80 rubles. That's all for now. Thank you for watching. Subscribe to our YouTube channel to always keep track of all the latest financial events together with us. See you back soon.